A new area of enjoyment at the St. Kitts Music Festival for those who use cannabis has been approved by law. Here's this report from Merv-Ann Thompson.
The highlight for some at the 25th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival will be the high-rise mound, an area designated for persons who take part in recreational cannabis or tobacco use. A section at the Warner Park Cricket and Football Stadium, colloquially known as the Mound, had to be permitted through legislation. That was passed in the National Assembly on Tuesday. The new addition for this year's Music Fest, according to the government, stems from the need to have designated areas for inclusivity, taking into consideration that it is done all over the world at festivals such as the Colorado Caveman Music Festival, the Canadian Tulip Festival and the Summer Solstice, and the Smok Fest in Denmark. In a presentation to move the second reading of the bill in the National Assembly, Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew elucidated on the need for the bill.
The question is whether the laws you have in place are laws that are based on protecting people's constitutional rights. And further to that, Madam Speaker, the great moral law, as my Rastafarian friend from Victoria Road, the crossing guard would say, Dr. Drew, all we need is manners and respect. And can we respect others who are from a different community, might have a different orientation, but it is not for us to preach to them and tell them what they should do and should not do. We have to create the environment to make sure that their rights are respected and protected. And at the same time that we do that, we also respect other people's rights and their rights under the Constitution as well.
Effects to health have not been left out. This was mentioned by the Prime Minister and opposition member for Nevis 10, Honorable Eric Evelyn, who also supported the new law. FestivalPro.com suggests that smoking bans are in place because governments, quote, want to restrict smoking in public. They want to encourage people to quit for health reasons, but the primary reason is to prevent the presence of second-hand smoke that can affect people working in the entertainment venues, end quote. In a music festival press conference on Monday, Minister of Tourism, Honorable Marsha Henderson, spoke to the quantity that would be prescribed by law for the music festival.
No scissors, they will be taken from you, so it's easier to come with pre-rolled. In terms of numbers now, it amounts to the most 4 rolls. In terms of cigarettes, there's no limit on cigarettes. Similarly for vape pens, there are no limits on the vape pens. The issue is walking with the oils.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Adolph Adams gave a stern warning against use outside of the designated area.
This is the first time we are having a designated area for smoking, and I want you to designate your smoking to that area. Smoking beyond that area, we will be dealing with that very, very severely because we have other persons who will be at the venue. This is not about just smokers. Everybody comes to the venue for an enjoyment or for a good experience. And if you come to the venue and you smoke beyond those areas or the smoking area, you will be extracted or you can be arrested as well for obstruction, based on your persistence once police speak to you. All right? So I want you to take this very, very, very seriously.
The festival is scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. nightly from Thursday to Saturday, barring any inclement weather that may be caused by Tropical Storm Brett. That is expected to be in the vicinity of the Leeward Islands on Thursday. For ZIZ News, I'm Merv-Ann Thompson.